What's going through my head? Actually, nothing. I was kind of stunned, you know. Oh, crap. Huh? Yeah, I mean, you know, he picked him up. You know, a couple big strikeouts there at the end. You know, I think it was the key. It was so key because, you know, with Hamilton at the plate, you can't double him up. You know, so go for the win there, and he got the big strike and kept putting it in play. You know, and then of course Kozar. You know, you're always leery who's on deck. You know. But yeah, it was tremendous. You really, for the whole team, Luke Mailey hit a big home run, you know, to tie that thing, and then great at bat by Devin late. So a lot of guys did a lot of good things, and the bullpen was really, really good. Luke coming in and getting a couple big strikeouts. So, and yeah, I mean, those guys, you know, we've been pushing those guys pretty hard, you know, trying to stay away from it. But Bolsinger gave us just enough. You know, I thought he got a nice little roll a little bit later in the game. You know, his last 2 or 3 innings. So.
You alluded to it, but Devin Travis at bat in the 7th, I think it was 9 pitches. He fouled a bunch off. What did you think of his poise in that at bat?
Well, you know, I mean, you look at the month Devin's had. You know, it's a complete opposite of that month of April, and he's. We've always known he's a good hitter. You know, but just a rough start. But he, you know, I mean, he's got a chance to be maybe the player of the month in the month of May, possibly. So. But he's doing what, you know, we've seen him do in the past. You know, he's driving the baseball. You know, he's hitting a lot of doubles. He's hit a handful of home runs. So, but you know, he's a good hitter. Bottom line, you know, he's gonna be a good hitter his whole career. It's just one of those tough months. But that's all forgotten now.
John, you're hopeful that home run by Mailey will be a confidence builder for him at the plate?
Yeah, it should be, Buff. There's no doubt. He's a better hitter than he's shown here. You know, of course, he had a home run the other day in Milwaukee, and then today. Today was a big one. You know, he tied the ball game. Yeah, he's a better hitter than it's gone for him so far. You know, new guy, new team. You know, they tend to press anyway. You know, trying to give you a good showing. So, but he's done such a tremendous job behind the plate with his pitching staff when he's filled in that kind of wipes out a lot of that anyway.
Gibby, how much significance can you take into an important series against the Yankees being in the form you guys are in right now?
Well, there's no doubt we're playing good baseball. You know, I would anticipate it'd be a tough 4 games, you know. And they're the front runners. You know, we've played them many times over the years, and we have some pretty good battles with them. So, you know, it'd be nice to continue playing well right now. I mean, the timing would be perfect. We'll see.
John, you guys obviously went through a lot of lows in April, but to come back in May and finish 18-10 this month, what can you say about the resiliency that you guys have kind of shown to get through the injuries and everything you've gone through?
Well, to be honest, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. You know, we felt, you know, we had that in us. You know, yeah, it was a really rough month of April. You know, I mean, that's no exaggeration. And you know, we could have buried ourselves. You know, a couple guys went down, and the guys that were filling in, you know, kept us afloat, did a nice job. And so hopefully from here on out we play good steady ball for the next 4 months and see where it takes us.
You have one? Go ahead. John, another game here where the offense puts up 5 runs, and that's been a huge part of getting this team back on track. What would you cite as the major differences between everybody in the lineup that you've noticed between April and May?
Well, we're hitting home runs. You know, we really had a good month with home runs. We compare everything to April, and you know, hitting a lot more doubles, those kind of things. But too, you know, our bullpen's kind of settled in a little bit. Other than they've been used too much. Yeah, really. I mean, we're playing better defense now than we did in the month of April. Really, our whole game has been better. You know, I mean, you know, the month of April was tough in a lot of different, you know, phases. So. But that, the month of May was complete opposite.
Gibby, 9 of his last 10 appearances have been shut out. Is Grilli giving you another option in higher leverage situations right now?
Yeah, Griff, there's no doubt. You know, and he went through that rough stretch himself, but we're going to need him. You know, I look back on the year he had last year for us, really saved us when he showed up over here, to be honest with you. And yeah, I mean, they all need to pitch in one way or the other. Some guys, different roles, whatever, but you really need to get something out of all of them, to make a bullpen work, especially when you're sitting down there, when you go back to a 7-man pen. And yeah, I mean, we always felt, he just needs to get back on track. So he needs to work to do that. I mean, he was pitching sparingly there for a while, but yeah, we can count on him again.
What does this series say about the team when you have your big bats sort of come alive in the early games, and then the guys who are filling in today still put up those runs? Well,
yeah, the team we threw out there today was, basically our team in the month of May anyway, But the key is, in the American League, especially in our division, I mean, you got to hit home runs, and really that's the key. I mean, we are, it's not just home runs, but we're throwing up better at bats. The majority of guys in the lineup, there's a lot of guys in that lineup now. They were, had a tough April. Now they've kind of, salvaged that, and they're climbing back up to a lot of their what they normally produce. So, but you got to be able to score runs in bunches in our division, especially. Excuse me.